India's booming auto export story just hit another bump and is coming all the way from Mexico. Mexico's government has just approved a steep tariff increase on imported vehicles from countries without free trade agreements, and that includes India. The result? Well, Indian car exports worth nearly $1 billion a year could be hit hard by January 2026. The move will see import duties on cars jump from about 20% to as much as 50%, a dramatic increase aimed at protecting Mexico's domestic industry. While Mexico says that the step is meant to safeguard local jobs and manufacturing, it also comes at a time when global tariff pressures are rising everywhere. India is one of the few major auto exporters without a free trade agreement with Mexico, which means the higher tariffs apply directly. Mexico is not only increasing duties on autos, the broader tariff hike also affects hundreds of products from countries like China, South Korea, Thailand, and Indonesia. The impact on Indian automakers, however, could be significant. India shipped roughly $5.3 billion worth in goods to Mexico last fiscal year, and almost $1 billion of that was cars, according to customs and industry data. Skoda Volkswagen India is the most exposed, accounting for nearly 50% of India's car exports to Mexico. Hyundai Motor India, Nissan and Maruti Suzuki also rely on the Mexican market for a share of their production. An industry lobby group representing these manufacturers, the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers or SIAM, had urged New Delhi to press Mexico to maintain the status quo, warning that higher tariffs would directly impact vehicle exports, but their appeals came a bit too late. Indian origin vehicles are not a threat to Mexican local industry, as Indian vehicles do not cater to high-end segments manufactured by Mexico for serving the North American market, a group of car makers had said in a letter, according to a report by Reuters. The tariff hike could force Indian automakers to re-evaluate strategies reliant on Mexico, which is India's third largest car export market after South Africa and Saudi Arabia. Car manufacturers in India have long relied on exports to ensure production is maximized and to cushion slower domestic sales. The context here matters too. This shift in Mexican trade policy aligns with the wider global trade tensions. Protectionist pressures, including higher tariffs championed by the US and elsewhere, have made export markets less predictable for Indian businesses. Critics warn that higher tariffs can raise consumer costs in Mexico while complicating India's ambition to be seen as a low-cost global manufacturing hub. For now, however, Indian trade officials have not publicly outlined a response, and major car makers including Hyundai, Maruti Suzuki and Volkswagen have so far remained tight-lipped on specifics. But one thing is clear, a tariff change this big won't just rearrange price tags, it could reshape where and how Indian cars are built and sold abroad. We will keep tracking the story for you on Mint. Stay tuned.